T. Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you want to earn money, want to become rich, want to remain rich, this is the story of a man named Robert T. Kiyosaki. When he was studying in fifth standard, in the class where he studied, he used to see that rich kids used to come. Their parents used to come in an expensive car to drop them. Those kids had expensive items. Robert's father was a teacher. He was a PhD holder. He studied well, but he used to earn less. Robert said, "My dad is poor dad." Robert went to home one day from school, getting worried. He was thinking that why don't I have all these things? Why doesn't my dad come to drop me from the car? He went and told his father, "How can dad become rich?" So dad said, "Use your head, use your brain." What would a small child of fifth class do? He went to his friend Mike and told him, "Let's earn some money." He brought all the empty toothpaste tubes in the surrounding area, kept a steel pot on the stove, left the hot water to boil, put it in it, and started trying. Robert's real father come home and sees what the kids are doing. He said, "What are you doing, Robert?" Robert said, "Dad, we'll make money coins from this." He started laughing and said, "This is illegal. This should not be done." Then they sit separately with Robert and say, "Son, you asked a question that day. How can we become rich?" I never thought about money in my life. I thought about a job. I kept working. How can we earn more money? I didn't even think about it. Your friend Mike, his father is a businessman. He has studied only 8th class, but he can tell you how to become rich. A 9-year-old child goes to Mike's dad, who is called Rich Dad, and starts understanding from him. The story begins. He understands for 30 years, gets financial education, and does wonders. Robert T. Kiyosaki, whose book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So today we are going to listen a summary in this video. You are watching Quantum Gyaan. If you if you don't learn better, how are you going to win? So please subscribe the channel for more such beautiful summaries. Robert T. Kiyosaki, he also tried to tell in this book that my father, who is called Rich Dad, means the father of a friend, and Poor Dad means his real father. How much difference was there in their thinking? In childhood, they say that I used to think there was a confusion because I was small. I didn't know what to do. You should listen to Rich Dad. You should listen to Poor Dad because their perspective on money was completely different. Although both wanted Robert to grow up in life, their real dad used to say that we can't take this, we can't take that. But Rich Dads never said this line. Poor dad never liked to discuss money on the dinner table, but rich dad used to discuss money. Rich dad used to say that you should ask yourself. Suppose you like something, then you should ask yourself how you can take this thing. Sometimes we think that this is not my cup of tea and stop the brain there. The brain stops thinking about it. The file closes. But if you listen to Rich Dad, follow his words, then he says that you should put your brain to work. And that's how this thing can be bought. As soon as you say this to your brain, the brain start doing its work. The exercise of the brain starts. So you should always keep your mind active. Poor dad believed that you should not take risk, and rich dad says that you should know how to manage the risk. There is a term, calculative risk. You should take that. Poor dad used to say that study a lot, get a degree, do a secure job. Rich dad used to say that study and learn, how money works. Don't work for money, but start putting that money to work. So, at the age of 19, Robert, the author of this book, decides that he will listen to Rich Dad, learn about money, and grow in life. Now, what is the thing to learn and understand? Let's talk about it. Rich Dad used to say that how much money you are earning, this is not important. The important thing is how much money you are saving. Many people do not know this. Have you seen those celebrities, those singers, those actors who were very rich at one time, were earning in crores, but after a while they have nothing left. They go bankrupt, become poor, who were managing an expensive lifestyle, nothing is left with them because they could not gain knowledge financially, could not manage their money, and did not remain rich. Rich Dad, Poor Dad book teaches you that being rich and remaining rich, there is a lot of difference between the two. If you want to understand this cash flow, then first of all, you have to understand about assets and liabilities. Rich Dad says that assets are putting money in your pocket, liabilities are taking money out of your pocket. If you want to be rich, then you have to buy assets. If you want to live a middle class and lower class life, then you have to buy liabilities. No rich man, whether educated or not, like Rich Dad, he is only 8th class. But he is financially literate, financially sound. He knows everything, how money works, where to invest money, and how much benefit I can get. Every man has an income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow in his life. The income statement is divided into income and expenses, which tells you how much is coming and going. There are two parts in the balance sheet. One is the asset and other is the liabilities. So your assets are making money for you. They are earning money for you, like land, share, market, or you have invested money in bonds. This is your intellectual property. Liabilities means that you are paying only loans. So first of all, let's understand the cash flow of poor man. The source of income of a poor man's cash flow is his salary. Salary comes at this time, and as soon as it comes, expenses starts. In expenses, he has to pay house rent, food, clothes. All the money goes to expenses. He has nothing left. If we look at the balance sheet of a poor man, then the column of asset is always blank. All his money goes to liabilities. That is, income comes and goes, nothing stops. This is the cash flow of a poor man. If you understand the cash flow of poor man and the cash flow of middle class man, you will not see much difference because the column of assets is empty here too. The middle class people have a set pattern. After marriage, they go in search of a job in new city. They rent a house there. After buying a house, they feel that they should make their own house. They have to earn money for their own house. They collect as much money as the down payment, then they pay the down payment of the house, then the loan starts and the loan is going on. Along with that, they want to decorate the house. They spend on the interior. They have to buy good furniture. They have to buy other things. They have to buy a good car. In total, the column of liabilities keeps filling up. Car loan, home loan, credit card loan. A lot of loan keeps running. Money comes, income comes in the form of salary, but it goes straight to the liabilities. Nothing is left. The column of assets is completely empty. Now let's understand how is the cash flow of the rich. What is the cash flow of the rich? If you look at the column of income, there are 3 to 4 things in it too. It is not only dependent on salary, the money coming from interest, the money coming from capital gain, the money coming from dividends, the money coming from royalties. And when we talk about expenses, then the same expenses that everyone has. Tax has to be paid, food is also there, clothes are also there, children's education is also there. All these things are there. But when you go to the balance sheet, then you will see that there is very little in liabilities and lot in assets. In liabilities, there is a credit card and a loan, because if you are doing business, then you have to take a loan. If you have expenses, then you will need money. If we talk about assets, then there are stocks, bonds, intellectual properties. There is a lot more. So, in total, the rich person, all his attention is on increasing the asset column. The poor and the middle class, they think that there is a joy in liabilities. A little money is left, so they spend it somewhere else. They come around, they spend as much money as possible. They don't keep it with them. They don't know how to use that money properly. If they have money, they want to send it out of their hands immediately. Sometimes they take decisions without thinking, and money comes to such a place that it gets stuck. After 10 years, 15 years, you don't get more growth than that money. They are in the same rat race, which is called the rat race. They keep going around in it, money to earn, expenses, money to earn again, expenses. At the end of the day, life is gone. So always pay attention to the asset column. If you want to listen to the rich dad, the rich people, their income source is of three types. The first is ordinary, means salary, that is there. The passive, that is the money you earn where you live or not, pay attention or not, money will keep coming. And the third is the portfolio, that is the money earned from the share market or the government bonds. All the rich people in the world, whether it is Jeff Bezos, whether it is author of this book, whether it is the former president of America, Donald Trump, why did they all become rich? Because their money, whether they were there or not, money was growing, money was becoming money. The common man, the poor man, the middle class man, he only knows how to spend money. He does not have the knowledge of money. He does not have financial education. And because of this, he has to take a lot of loss. Robert T. Kiyosaki shares a story. I will tell you that story. In the story, he says that in 1989, he was going to America. He was living from a place near him. So he saw that most of the houses on top of them, there was a lot of money. The rich people, the rich people, they were ready to sell their house on a notice board. At that time, there was a recession in America and the share market was broken. And the real estate market there was also in very bad. So they saw that a notice board of a house had been on for many days. They go to the owner of the house and meet him and ask him how much you are selling. He says that I have started selling, but no buyer is coming. So Robert asks, I like this house. What do you say? The deal is finalized in $20,000. Robert rent that house. The tenant stays there for 2 years. By then, the real estate market comes back to the boom. It starts growing again and the value of that place increases. Robert sold it for $95,000 after 2 years. There is a lot of profit too. And in 2 years, as long as the place was there, by then the tenant also make that money. In short, it means that money can make money. Robert T. Kiyosaki understood this real estate business and he kept growing in life. McDonald is not just making money by selling burgers. McDonald is also making money in real estate due to investment, because today they have a lot of real estate properties all over the world. Rich Dad Poor Dad has told three amazing things. First of all, pay attention to learning, not earning. because learning is the process of life and it goes on forever. The less you learn, the less it is. Financial learning is very much important because mistakes will keep happening. Learn from every mistake and start moving forward. Second, mistakes are made by those who play to win. If you are playing to win, then there will be mistakes. Let the mistakes happen, learn from them, and move forward. And the third one, don't worry, don't work for money. Start putting your money to work. And if you want financial knowledge, if you want to be literate financially, then you should read. I will recommend to read The Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Keep watching Quantum Gyaan for such book summaries. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Let me know in the comment which book summary you want to listen next. Keep learning and keep growing.